There's a woman close to you who knows a secret about your birth and has sworn never to reveal it. Archangel Michael says, a secret is buried in silence, and someone very close to you has sworn never to let it surface. The air around her changes when your name is spoken, but she hides it behind a calm smile. She knows something about the moment you took your first breath, something not written on any record or revealed in any photo album. This woman has carried the truth like a shadow on her back, following you through every milestone. She has seen your victories, your tears, and your confusion about who you truly are. Her silence isn't out of peace, it is out of guilt, fear, and a promise made in a room that no longer exists. She has buried this truth deeper than any grave, but lately, her hands have started to shake. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She watches you with eyes that hide too much. Every time you ask about your childhood, she changes the subject. Every time someone brings up your resemblance to someone you should have never looked like, she tightens her lips. This woman isn't just a figure in your life, she is one of the reasons your truth was distorted. There's an envelope she keeps, hidden under a drawer no one dares to touch. It holds a picture, a name, and a date that could flip your world upside down. She almost burned it once, but something stopped her, perhaps a whisper from the same angel now reaching for you. Archangel Michael says, you are about to walk into a revelation so personal, it may break you before it heals you. Type Amen to get blessing 554. The secret involves more than just your name, it touches blood, memory, and identity. You were not told the full story of how you came into this world. Someone else was involved, someone who was erased from your narrative before you could even speak. And the woman who knows, she was there the entire time. She is the one who smiled when you said, "Mother," even though the truth was more twisted than that. She is the one who accepted gifts for your birthday, knowing that the real giver was absent by design. She's cried behind closed doors, torn between protecting you and keeping a vow made to someone now long gone. This secret is beginning to seep through her aging eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 672. The silence is getting heavier, and the truth is pushing through the cracks like water through old walls. A dream she had last week shook her, your real past came knocking on the gates of her mind. She saw your real mother's face and couldn't sleep that night. She walked to the very room where your birth was first whispered in lies. There is a reason why you've always felt slightly displaced in some spaces. There is a reason you question your instincts, your habits, your connection with certain people. This is not imagined, your soul has always felt something was misaligned. And now, the divine realm is pulling those threads together into a truth you can no longer avoid. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Archangel Michael says, the pain that comes with truth is still better than the poison of silence. This woman will soon reach a breaking point. Her mind can no longer carry the weight of something that was never hers to carry. She did not create the secret, but she became its protector. You may remember a time she stopped you from going through an old trunk. You may recall how she panicked when you mentioned a name that didn't belong to your family. That panic wasn't from anger, it was fear. Fear that one slip could bring your entire history to the surface. Type Amen to get blessing 813. She once sat by a hospital bed and listened to a dying woman whisper your name. She was told, "Don't let them know. Promise me." And because she loved someone more than she feared truth, she promised. But time is wearing down that promise. What you were told about your father is not the complete story. The man in your memories was a placeholder in a twisted game of identity. The real bloodline runs through someone you may have already crossed paths with unknowingly. And that connection is the real reason you felt a magnetic pull towards certain people or places. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If you felt unexplainable grief in places you never lived, it's because your roots were hidden. If people have looked at you and said, "You remind me of someone," they weren't wrong. Your reflection echoes someone who was never acknowledged in your childhood pictures. And this woman, the one who raised you or stood beside you, has spent decades hiding that echo. She receives letters every year, dated with a name she never allows herself to say aloud. That name is yours, but not the version you've always believed. She knows that revealing it will unleash a storm. But the storm is already coming. Type Amen to get blessing 888. She started writing a letter to you months ago. She hides it in a place only she visits. The paper has tear stains and unfinished sentences, because her heart trembles at the thought of what you'll think. She has rewritten the opening 10 times. One of those drafts begins with, "I didn't lie to hurt you, I lied to keep you safe." Another says, "I wish I could be strong enough to tell you face to face." She fears your eyes, fears seeing your trust shatter in them. But still, she knows you deserve the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The angelic forces have whispered in her ears, urging her to speak before it's too late. And now, Archangel Michael says, she is standing on the edge of confession. It will come not as a dramatic moment, but in a quiet release. A shaky hand passing a sealed envelope. You will be shocked. You will weep. You will feel lost, but then everything will start making sense. Every misplaced feeling, every unspoken pull, every coincidence will be explained. Type Amen to get blessing 565. Inside the envelope is a name, a real name. And a location you were never supposed to visit. There is also a photograph, yellowed with time, of a woman who looks like you but whom you've never met. That's when the gravity will hit you. She doesn't want you to hate her. She fears your anger more than anything else. But what she doesn't know is, your soul already knows the truth. It's your mind that's been waiting for the confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 121. The woman involved in this has had health issues lately. Her memory fades sometimes, but this memory, it stays sharp, too sharp. Because some secrets leave scars too deep to forget. And she knows that when she's gone, the secret dies unless she gives it to you. She's been watching the signs, too. Doors creaking at night, names whispered in dreams, birds showing up at strange hours. She's been haunted by symbols the divine realm has been sending. Now the pressure is reaching its peak. Type Amen to get blessing 636. This truth could alter how you see everyone around you. It may even lead you to cut ties with someone you've known forever. But it will also bring clarity, freedom, and the beginning of a new chapter. It will unlock blessings meant only for your true identity. What was taken from you will be returned. What was hidden will be revealed. And what was denied will become your power. But only if you are ready to receive it. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Archangel Michael says, the time for hiding has ended. The divine clock has struck the hour of revelation. Prepare your heart, your origin is not what you were told. But it's what you were always meant to discover. You are chosen not just because of your path, but because of your bloodline. You were meant to rise above a hidden story and walk into destiny with truth in your hand. This woman's silence is about to crack. And when it does, your entire life will shift. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She has been rehearsing her confession every night, whispering the words into the air, hoping the angels will give her strength. Each sentence she speaks into the darkness shakes her soul, as if the truth itself is alive and growing restless. She knows the moment she tells you, everything will change, your choices, your understanding, even your name. There is a birth certificate hidden deep inside an old suitcase, untouched for years. It carries a name no one calls you by, a signature you've never seen before, and a hospital that no one ever mentioned. Your actual birthplace is not where you celebrated your birthday as a child. The certificate was replaced, sealed, and another one printed to hide a legacy. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There were 2 women in the hospital room the day you were born. Only one was acknowledged. The other left through the back in trance, her face soaked in silent tears. She had made a choice that still haunts her today. The woman close to you was instructed to pretend, to shield you from a truth that was considered too painful. But in doing so, she built a world around a story that was never real. She taught you love, care, and strength, but all beneath a layer of buried identity. And now, she walks with the burden of that decision etched in her bones. Type Amen to get blessing 676. The secret isn't just about who gave you life, it's about who wanted to keep you hidden. Your real birth was surrounded by complications not medical, but political and personal. A scandal, a forbidden love, or perhaps a threat to someone powerful was involved. And you were taken away to start life with a blank slate. The woman who raised you was a guardian, not a liar. She was placed in your life for protection, not manipulation. But even the most well-intentioned choices can grow heavy when they cover divine truth. And now, divine timing is pulling back the veil. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Someone from your true lineage is still alive. They have searched for you in silence, placing clues in places you unknowingly passed by. Letters never mailed, gifts never delivered, names never spoken. But your soul has been echoing with their memory all along. A particular symbol may have followed you, perhaps a flower, a date, a scent, or a number. You thought it was coincidence, but it was spiritual GPS calling you home. And now, the moment has arrived. The silence is ending, and your real story is preparing to knock at your door. Type Amen to get blessing 585. The woman who knows the truth has started visiting a particular place again, maybe a hospital chapel, an old house, or a quiet hill. She sits there, trembling, holding that sealed letter, asking for courage. She knows the angels are around her, whispering, "Tell them. It's time." And deep inside, she prays you will forgive her. When you look into her eyes next time, you may notice a storm hiding behind her gaze. It's not just age or worry, it's the weight of a secret stretching across decades. You might feel a sudden pull to ask her, and she might finally say, "Sit down. There's something I've never told you." That sentence will change everything. Type Amen to get blessing 414. There's a day coming soon, may be marked on your calendar without you realizing its importance. That day will be tied to the truth of your birth. A reunion may happen. A document may be delivered. A face from the past may return. And it will all trace back to the one woman who held the secret like a burning coal. Don't be afraid when the truth arrives. It won't break you, it will complete you. The pieces of your life that never fit will finally align. And your purpose will stand in full light. Type Amen to get blessing 232. This woman has almost told you before. You remember it, those quiet moments where her lips trembled and her voice trailed off. She would change the subject or say, "It's nothing." But it was everything. She's been warned in her dreams lately. Angels, voices, and even visions of your real mother calling out. She's waking up at night drenched in guilt, hearing your name whispered by unseen forces. And she knows time is slipping through her fingers. Type Amen to get blessing 383. The truth has always followed you like a second shadow. You felt it in your gut when looking through photo albums that felt incomplete. You've wondered why certain details about your early life never made sense. And now, you are about to understand why. What is coming will feel overwhelming at first. But as you breathe through it, your soul will begin to recognize its home. You'll find peace in the truth, even if the truth is wrapped in tears. You'll forgive her, even if you don't say it right away. Type Amen to get blessing 787. There will be one night soon where you will sit across from her. She may be shaking. Her eyes may be red. But when she speaks, listen with your spirit. She won't have the strength to say it twice. She will begin with your name. Then she will say a name you've never heard. That name belongs to you too. And it carries power, ancestry, and answers. Type Amen to get blessing 515. When you hear the truth, parts of your life will rewind in your mind like a film reel. Suddenly, the gaps will close, and your heart will ache from the clarity. The woman who knew your truth will finally feel relief in your presence. She will weep, not just for her guilt, but for the peace she's longed to give you. You will want answers, and they will come, slowly, but divinely timed. Pieces will arrive from different people, places, and even dreams. The whole picture will assemble like a sacred puzzle. And the final image will be your real beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 606. This is not the end of your identity, it is the rebirth of it. You will emerge with more than just answers, you will rise with a calling. There is something connected to your real birth that carries divine purpose. And now, the heavens are lifting the veil. Prepare your heart. Prepare your home. Prepare your spirit. Because a woman's silence is about to transform your world. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Her hands will tremble as she reaches into the old box she hasn't opened in decades. You will see her hesitate, stare at it as if it holds something cursed, because to her, it always has. But this time, her soul knows that truth is no longer the enemy, silence is. You will see the way she exhales deeply before she hands it to you. Inside the box, you'll find old documents, faded photos, and a sealed letter addressed in handwriting you've never seen. That letter belongs to someone from your blood, a voice from the past that still speaks today. It will start with your name and end with a truth so powerful, it may knock the wind out of you. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You will read things that feel like fiction, but your heart will know they are not. As you flip the paper over, a scent from your childhood might suddenly fill the room. That's not your imagination, it's the spirit of the one who gave you life, watching you read her final words. You were meant to know now, no sooner, no later. The woman who raised you will sit silently beside you, crying without making a sound. She won't be able to explain every detail, but her tears will say what words can't. She never stopped loving you, she just never started telling you the whole truth. And now, the pages will do what her lips never could. Type Amen to get blessing 484. There's a story behind your name change. It wasn't just for convenience or adoption, it was for protection. You were once the center of a storm, and your real identity had to vanish to survive. Now that the storm has passed, your real name is ready to rise again. This secret wasn't kept to hurt you, it was meant to guard your life until the danger faded. But even well-meant lies eventually become prisons. And your spirit has outgrown that prison. Now it is breaking free. Type Amen to get blessing 727. You may learn of a twin who didn't make it. You may learn of a father whose name was wiped out for reasons you'll soon uncover. You may even discover that part of your legacy was stolen, buried under someone else's claim. But every truth will come with a blessing hidden beneath the pain. An inheritance might be involved, not just material, but spiritual and ancestral. You carry gifts that never made sense until now. You've always known things before they happened. That's because your real bloodline is tied to intuition, insight, and divine legacy. Type Amen to get blessing 141. You weren't just born, you were chosen. Your birth came with divine markings, though they were ignored by those afraid of what you might become. The woman who held your truth feared what would happen if you found out how powerful your origin really was. But power cannot be hidden forever. You've survived betrayals, confusion, and heartbreak because your soul knew something deeper awaited. This is it. This is the moment that pulls everything together. And the woman who hid it all is finally breaking down her walls. Type Amen to get blessing 888. She may not survive long after telling you, this secret has aged her. She's held onto it for so long that her body aches from the weight. But she has begged heaven for one last chance to see your eyes hold the truth. And now, the time has come. There is a suitcase in her closet that no one was allowed to open. Inside are photographs, some torn, others untouched, of people you've never met but who look too much like you. One photo has your exact eyes, same smile, same scar above the brow. And when you see it, you'll know, this is real. Type Amen to get blessing 202. There may be a video, stored on a dusty tape or an old device, with a message recorded just for you. A voice from long ago will speak your name, as if they knew one day you'd hear it. The woman who hid everything couldn't erase it, she tried, but the angels kept it safe. Now it is being returned to you. This will not just shift your view of the past. It will shape your future. You'll find people who once ignored you start paying attention, because your name carries a history they can no longer deny. You were never average. You were just hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 343. The truth may isolate you at first. People who built false narratives around you will feel threatened. They will try to discredit what you now know. But the truth will stand because it was written in heaven before it was revealed on earth. There is a place, maybe a village, a house, or a sacred tree, tied to your origin. You may feel drawn to it suddenly. Go there. You will feel a sense of returning even if your feet have never touched that soil before. Type Amen to get blessing 474. The divine has orchestrated this unveiling. It could not be rushed. You had to become strong enough to hear it without breaking. And now, your heart is ready. The woman who kept the truth, she once prayed for mercy. And heaven gave her one last task, to return your life story back into your hands. She may not have been perfect, but she loved you the only way she knew how. Forgiveness will be your first step into the light. Type Amen to get blessing 737. The days ahead may feel like walking through a storm of memories, but you will not walk alone. Angels will guide every step. And a new family, one you never knew existed, may soon come into view. You'll recognize them not by names, but by the feeling in your spirit. And when you speak your truth, the chains will fall. What others tried to bury will bloom into destiny. You will rise, not as the person you were told to be, but as the one you truly are. Heaven has waited for this. Type Amen to get blessing 171. The woman is preparing now. You may feel the shift already, a sudden emotion, a heaviness, a dream repeating itself. That's her energy, mixing with yours, readying the moment of truth. Soon, it will happen. When she finally tells you everything, do not turn away. Look her in the eyes, and you will see the younger version of her, the one who made a choice she now regrets. She has waited to feel your forgiveness. And in giving it, you will set both your souls free. Type Amen to get blessing 444. And then, when it's all said and done, you will stand, maybe alone, maybe embraced, but completely reborn. You'll carry not only your real name, but your real legacy. And the universe will finally open doors that were locked since the day you were born. Archangel Michael says, your birth was not ordinary, it was ordained. And now, as truth rises, so will you. This is not the end of your story. This is your beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.